Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news, and this week in Star Citizen stuff, we're going to go over the updates coming up this week and a dev response on the state of game imbalance, something that a lot of people desperately want in-game now, but we're probably going to have to wait before we have any semblance of true balance. From the CIG post this week in Star Citizen, work continues on various upcoming quality of life fixes for Alpha 3.19.1, and we've made significant progress on some of the recent ASOP terminal issues, specifically where terminals and kiosks become inoperable. A fixed candidate is currently going through all the checks, and we're looking to have this in your hands shortly, along with other performance improvements, as we ramp up our preparations for the upcoming 3.19.1 patch. We'd like to give a friendly reminder to check out our Star Citizen Alpha 3.19.1 long-term persistence update to keep you in the loop with what to expect with the upcoming patch. So I've covered this in my videos previously, but basically, if you want your ships and items to transfer from 3.19 to 3.19.1 without much issue, or less issues, and then take them out of sort of the storage, and then put them back into storage again. So spawn a ship, take it out, put it back in your hangar, and then store it, because that basically then makes a long-term persistence record of that ship, or vehicle, or item, or whatever, and that's much more easily able to transfer over. There's not planned to be a wipe with 3.19.1, but there could be some issues with transferring your items across, and those sort of steps help alleviate that. Cloud Imperium continue. We'd like to also take the time to express our gratitude for the continued patience and support of the community. I'm personally expecting Alpha 3.19.1 to be released later this week, so that's my expectation for the weekend. That's not a confirmation though. CIG do appear to be getting that patch into a very good shape compared to the releases we've had so far this year. Hopefully it won't explode when it's deployed to live, because 3.18 looked all right on the PTU, and 3.19 has been a lot better, admittedly, but it's still not as stable and accessible as I would like. 3.19.1, those ASOP terminals, they are incredibly snappy. They spawn my ships good. And there is a huge amount of updates, mostly bug fixes, stability, playability, accessibility stuff that they've sort of solved. But also, there's a reasonable amount of extra gameplay there as well, or refinement to it. And you can check out my videos on that if you are interested to see what is in that patch. CIG continue. Last week, members of the community team had the privilege of attending the Equinox 2953 Bar Citizen event in Ohio, USA. This was one of the most recent stops of our Bar Citizen World Tour. And if you weren't able to attend, fear not, there's plenty more to come throughout the rest of the year. Also, in case you missed it, we'll be hosting not one, not two, but 5 Bar Citizen events on our International Bar Citizen weekend, 17th/18th of June, near all of our offices in celebration of the upcoming Alien Week, and you, the community. So come by and have a chat with the team. We're looking forward to hanging out with you in person. Oh, and did someone say CitizenCon? We know that many of you are excited to learn more about this year's epic in-person celebration of all things Star Citizen, and we are just as excited to share all the deets with you about the venue, volunteering, cosplay contest, community booths, and more. Expect a transmission very soon, so hopefully that will be within the next couple of weeks, hopefully this week. The Verse is a welcome place for all of you, and with this month of June shaping up to be a month of celebrations, it's only fitting to celebrate each and every one of you. As such, we invite you to celebrate Pride all month in our Show Us Your Colours Celebration 2023 contest. Let your creativity run wild, just make it colourful. There is a screenshot and general social media post competition for that. And last but not least, Race 6 of Atmos Esports System 7 event kicks off this Saturday. Watch the contestants put the Drake Dragonfly through its paces on Microtech in River Canyon Chaos on the Twitch stream. You can watch it live if you so wish. So later Tuesday, subscribers will receive June's subscriber newsletter. Should find out what this sort of month's flair and all that sort of jazz is as well, I believe. On Wednesday, you'll be able to catch up with the latest developments with May's monthly reports for both Star Citizen and Squadron 42. They have a host of information about what's going on with the project over the last few weeks and what Cloud Imperium are focused on now for 3.19.1, and more importantly for me, 3.20, because there's going to be lots of information about that there. Thursdays, Inside Star Citizen continues to explore updates coming to Arena Commander in Alpha 3.20 as well, so it's going to be a big Star Marine focus there, I believe, and we're also going to be learning about experimental modes and what they've got planned for them in 3.20. Friday, that's going to be a Star Citizen Live at 3 PM UTC with guests and what's going on with that to be announced later this week. Assumedly, it'll be something to do with Arena Commander Star Marine 3.20 updates, probably, or Alien Week. Let's wait and see. I saw a Spectrum thread that I do want to discuss briefly. What is the state of the balance work? The original poster says, what is the current state of the ship component rebalance work that was started in 3.14? So this is quite a few patches ago. Are there any blockers preventing progress on that, or has it largely been put on the back burner because of Squadron 42 being the priority right now? Yogi Clap responded, that balancing is currently happening in Squadron 42. However, I do not yet know when we can merge it over. The weapons are balanced with the new aiming system in mind, and we are not sure yet if we want to move the weapons over before the new aiming system is ready to be ported over. Not specifically for the aiming system itself, but the downstream dependencies like UI, etc. So this was an interesting one. It looks like we're not going to be getting much in the way of proper balance, or probably not even huge amounts of component diversity when it comes to shields and weapons and all that sort of jazz, and how they all sort of play off against each other, different grades and all that sort of stuff back in the game properly. At least for a while, because Cloud Imperium are making huge sweeping changes to various flight and combat systems. We've got the resource management system, which is going to basically be the secretary of ships and allow for true multi-crew gameplay, engineering gameplay. We've got permission systems coming in for ships that are going to allow you to basically say you are allowed to use these doors and these stations. We've got physical damage and components, MFD, UI and cockpit updates, master modes, and this new aiming system as well. And I believe almost all of that is being worked on currently. So in the short term, Cloud Imperium are going to be doing temporary balance to make sure everything ticks along, nothing super overpowered where possible. And also, Arena Commander being a big focus in 3.20 does mean that they'll have somewhere to rapidly iterate and test out balance and changes as necessary. But when you're talking about true component and weapon diversity and proper balance, well, that's a way off, because there's a lot of stuff that Cloud Imperium will want to get done first. I am really interested to know what you think about that. What do you think about Cloud Imperium? Obviously, the lion's share of development is going into Squadron 42. That's the priority. All this sort of new stuff goes in Squadron 42, and then when appropriate, it gets sort of added to the persistent universe once it's been iterated on. That's not true of every feature, but it's true of a lot of them. With things like balance and component diversity and some of that cool stuff that we might get in the persistent universe eventually, do you want it in sooner rather than later? Do you want Cloud Imperium to actually be trying to get a lot of this polish and balance in the persistent universe now? Or are you like, well, actually, no, they do need to get the core of the game done, and it makes more sense for them to push features to both games overall, and then eventually start doing a balance when we're a bit later in development? I'm just sort of interested, or another pathway. And what do you sort of think? Boom! Alien Week should be turning up at some point next week as well, so look forward to that. But that's it for today's news and updates. I'm really interested to know, yeah, what do you think about that balance work and those balance updates? Are you looking forward to Alien Week, and are you going to be trying to pick up an alien ship, the long wanted Banu Merchantman, which is currently paused in development again, or like a Santok Yai or a Raylan? Do you think the Santok Yai could be potentially flight ready for Alien Week, or are you hoping that maybe there's a new alien ship or vehicle beyond that that will go on sale? Have you been playing in the Alpha 3.19.1 build on the PTU servers? Are you enjoying that? Has it been great? Has it been terrible? Do you think Cloud Imperium will be able to get a 3.19.1 live build out this week? And if so, do you think they're going to hit it out of the park with it? Or do you think it's going to have a load of problems and everything explode and 30Ks all the time and no one be able to play? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.
Let me tell you a story from the book of NordVPN/BoredGamer. There were 3 little pigs who all needed internet access. One used a VPN made of straw, one used a VPN made of wood, and one used NordVPN, which is basically bricks in this analogy. Along came an elite hacker wolf, and smashed up the houses of the first 2 Piggly Wigglies, but was unable to breach the NordVPN house, which is just much better than straw or wood for protecting you from internet things like wolves and hackers. The moral of this story is get nordvpn.com/boredgamer or click the links below for powerful discounts that might make your friends think you're an internet wizard or something.
Also, that wolf went to prison for 10 years on an unrelated crime. Maybe it was like not liking or subscribing or something? Every month we have a ship giveaway for June 2023. That's going to be for an RSI Constellation Andromeda. This hybrid cargo gunship is perfect for small crews of up to 4. It comes with a P-52 Merlin snub fighter as well, along with lifetime insurance and game access. All you need to start playing Star Citizen. And all you have to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during the month. More details in the video description below. If you would like to further support the channel, please consider pressing the join button under my videos for exclusive membership to the channel, or become a Patreon. I've already got a load of lovely people that do that, and it really goes a long way in allowing us to make daily content. Thank you so much to my channel members and Patreons, but thank you so much for just liking, subscribing, commenting, and watching my videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.